2 years ago, I was making £5.50 per hour, working in a greasy cafe that I absolutely hated. Now, millionaire entrepreneurs are paying me over $3,000 to edit them a video. And it was way easier than you may think. I've made thousands of mistakes, and it's taken me a very long time. But the roadmap I discovered from beginner to full-time professional editor couldn't be more simple. And today, I'm going to show you every single step that I've taken on my journey. My highs, my lows, and all the lessons that I've learned in between. So what took me years will take you months. And you can experience the freedom that an online income brings you sooner than you could ever imagine. I must have been about 11 years old or in year 7 in secondary school when I found out what university was. And the moment it clicked that it was additional school that you had to pay for, I decided that I was never going to go. However, I've always enjoyed having a lot of money in my bank account. The freedom and security that it brings has always been such a nice feeling. So the moment that I turned 14 and it was legal to get a job in the UK, I found one. It was in this cafe farm shop about 10 miles down the road. And after my first shift, I already knew that I would absolutely hate it. Being bossed around just made me feel inferior and unworthy. But the second that £30 from the shift landed in my bank account, my perspective started to change. It wasn't that bad, and it's making me money. So despite how much I hated washing up, having a couple £100 in my bank account was nice. I could buy presents for my girlfriend, I could go out for occasional meals, and I could even go out shopping with my friends. But this job just never got better. The longer I worked there, the more the staff seemed to bully me. I remember one specific time that the other 3 chefs made me get on my hands and knees to pick up a singular pea from under the countertop. It was at this moment that I thought, fuck this. I needed another way to make money. And it was about this time where Hamza, Andrew Tate, and Iman Gadzhi saw a meteoric rise to fame. And I was absolutely obsessed. The way that they spoke and the lifestyles that they led couldn't have been more inspirational for me. I wanted what they had, but I had no idea how to get there. And what I did next, I can imagine most of you have done. Got onto YouTube and searched how to make money online. And this is where it all started. I fell into the rabbit hole of side hustles. I had information overload. There was far too much to choose from. Dropshipping, SMMA, YouTube automation, there was so much choice. I had no idea what direction to go in. So I spent weeks and weeks in analysis paralysis. I'd spend hours every day watching these best side hustle videos, and this got me nowhere. Now I can remember the exact moment that it became clear to me. I was on holiday in Greece with my family. They were all in the pool and I was sat on a balcony on my laptop watching more of these videos. But then one popped up from Ali Abdaal. It was something about the easiest business model in 2022. Interested, I obviously clicked on it to take a look what he had to say. And as simple as this video was, it was revolutionary to my career. He introduced me to the idea of freelancing, where you learn a skill and you sell it to other people. How had I not thought of this before? But the moment that he laid it out in front of me, I knew that I was going to be a freelance video editor. You see, I've always enjoyed making videos. At this point, I was already making some Minecraft YouTube video where I had to learn DaVinci Resolve. So I had the foundational skill set that I knew that some people would pay for. So the moment that we landed back in the UK, I got to work. This is the first step to becoming a full-time video editor. You need to get good. Now, I spent hours and hours watching DaVinci Resolve tutorials. However, I'd strongly recommend against this. In my opinion, Premiere Pro is the best editing software out there. Not because it has some technical advantage over all the others, just simply because of the vast amount of resources that it has. There are infinitely more tutorials, plugins, and presets that you can use for Premiere Pro than any other editing software. So if you're starting out, I would highly recommend that you invest and use Premiere Pro. But here I hit my first roadblock. I had no footage to work on, and I know a lot of you suffer from the same problem as well. So I thought of my own creative way around this. I was going to edit my own video. At the time, I was really into self-improvement, and I was journaling every morning. So that's what I made a video about, how to start journaling and why it will change your life. So I used my phone, I gathered up a bunch of B-roll clips. There was some of me sleeping, a slow-mo of me falling into my bed, literally everything. It was really quite cringe. Then I wrote out a shitty script, did a voiceover and put it all together. But by doing this, I learned all the fundamentals that I needed for editing. I learned how to use keyframes, I learned how to use subtitles, and I learned how to use B-roll. Literally all the fundamentals that you need to become a freelance editor. So now I'd edited my first ever video. It wasn't that great, but I knew it had the potential to land me some clients. So how was I going to get this video in front of potential clients? I knew that I needed a portfolio. I think I used a platform called Ghost to create my first ever portfolio, and it was at josephcurtois.com. I think I even started writing a blog on that website, but that's besides the point. I put this journaling video I made on it, and I even made myself a show reel. But if you want my honest opinion on show reels, then click this video up here. So now I had a portfolio with 2 videos. And being honest to myself, I knew that no one was going to pay me for my editing with this small amount of social proof. So I decided that I should work for free to get more videos in my portfolio, which is the next step in becoming a full-time video editor. I decided that I should start with email outreach, because I noticed if you went to a YouTuber's about page, you could see their email address. So I figured that if I emailed enough of them, surely one of them would be willing to work with me for free. To my surprise, the first ever cold email that I sent, I got a reply to. In the email, I literally just wrote, "Hi, I'm a beginner video editor and I'm looking to get some experience. I'm willing to work with you for free in exchange for a testimonial. Thank you, then my name." That was all I wrote. The guy who replied was a small finance creator with about 10,000 subscribers. He sent me over some footage, I cut it all together, added some subtitles and maybe some linear jolty animation. And I got way too excited. I thought that this was it. I was finally going to land my first paying client. So when he asked for my price, I was confident and told him that it was $150 per video. And guess what? My dumbass got ghosted. Looking back in hindsight, no one would ever pay $150 for that edit that I made him. So I kept going. I kept offering to work for free for hundreds of more creators. And as time went on, I maybe worked for 2 other creators for free. So at this point, I had a decently sized portfolio. I had maybe 5 to 10 videos on there. And though they weren't exceptionally edited, but I'd say they're high quality. So I decided, fuck working for free, I'm going to ask for some money. So I reworked my outreach email. So instead of saying that I can work for free for you, I just said I'm an editor and I could really help improve your videos. And after sending probably 200 of these emails, I got my first reply. It was from a small swimming content creator, and we agreed to work together at $50 per video. I was over the moon. Your first paying client is a huge milestone, and this is what allowed me to quit my job. Because even from $50 per video, I was making way more than this job was paying me. And this was my first real taste of the freedom that video editing could bring me. So this motivated me even more. My bank account was going up and up, and my portfolio was getting bigger and bigger with better and better work. One day I was on Instagram and I saw that an account I was following posted a story. But this wasn't just any account. It was the owner of a YouTube channel called Based Zeus. So I opened up the story and it said that he was looking for an editor with a link under it to apply for the position. My first thoughts was, wow, there is no way I'll ever land this job. Imagine how many editors are applying. It's a channel with 1.5 million subscribers. There is no way my editing is good enough. But then I realized that there's actually no downside to applying to this. So that's what I did. I put in my name, my email address, and a link to my portfolio. And to my surprise, about 10 minutes later, I got an email from him. He said that I had a dope portfolio, and to be honest, I have never felt more flattered in my entire life. He gave me his phone number and we started messaging on this platform called Telegram. And one of the first questions he asked me was, what were my rates? And that day, I was feeling confident. So again, I went in with the $150 per video. I sent that message, I saw that he read it, and I saw that he was typing. And my God, was I nervous. What if I got rejected again? But this time, to my surprise, he just put sure. Sounds great. And this is where my editing career went from a side hustle to a full-time income. At 2 videos for $150 per week, that's 1.2 grand per month. And as a dumbass 15-year-old, I felt like an absolute millionaire. I was on top of the world. Literally anything that I could think of, I could buy. But again, landing this 1.5 million subscriber client and making this much money just motivated me even more to land more clients. And I decided that it was time for a portfolio upgrade. I'd edited maybe over 50 videos now, and josephcurtois.com just wasn't cutting it. So I created my editing company. It wasn't really a company, it was just me. And I called it Catalyst Create. And instead of having a website, I made a landing page. Now, in summary, this is just a lot more effective for landing clients. So if you want to use the same template as me, then click this video up here. So with the birth of Catalyst Create, I wanted to scale up even further. I was sending 50 or more cold emails per day. And after 2 weeks of this, I got another reply. It was from a YouTuber called Sterling Cooper. And at the time, he was friends with Andrew Tate. So this was absolutely huge. I can remember freaking the fuck out. I can remember getting on a call with him and boom, like that, I've landed another $150 per video client. But this wasn't just 1 video per week. This was 3. And DaVinci Resolve just wasn't keeping up to speed for me. So this is when I decided to switch to Premiere Pro, which was an absolute game changer. I was getting through edits so much faster. I didn't have to use a plugin anymore to do smooth animations. I could just use keyframes. It was revolutionary, and I was getting through these edits 10 times faster. My edits were getting better and better, and they were getting in from 100,000 to over 1 million views each time they were posted. Seeing as though I was getting my clients so many views, I thought, I'm worth way more than $150 per video. So I just messaged my clients and said, yo, my price is $250 per video now. And again, to my surprise, they were fine with it. So if you're working with some bigger creators, don't be scared to just ask for more money, because if you're good, they're likely gonna say yes. I was making 2 to 3 grand per month and life was good. I didn't have to work that much. And I was making so much money that I could do whatever I wanted with my life. I never really had to worry about the price of anything ever again. So I just got complacent. From about September to November, I didn't really scale at all. I sent no outreach and got no new clients. One day I was on YouTube and I scrolled across this editor called Malice, or Saif, and he was talking about how he made 10k per month from video editing. And this lit a fire inside of me. I thought, I'm only making 2 to 3 grand. And some editors are making 10. Holy fuck, I need to put in some extra work. So I joined Malice's coaching program. It was like $250 a month, and I got a free one-on-one call with him included. And this call was probably the most revolutionary thing to my editing career. He broke my identity of being a 2 grand a month editor and opened my eyes up to the unlimited earning potential. He also introduced me to using Twitter as a client acquisition method. And my God, did this prove to be lucrative. I started a Twitter account. I got my banner and my profile picture optimized with my client testimonials in the description, and I was posting previews of my edits every week. He also showed me how to use Twitter to do outreach. If you want to see how I do it, then watch this video up here. But after a few days of doing this, I got a response from Nathan Nazareth. He said that he liked my portfolio and wanted me to do a trial edit. So that's what I did. I sunk maybe 8 hours into a 30-second clip of video. I was scared that all this effort wouldn't pay off, but when I sent it back to him, my God, did the work pay off. I got hired as a part of a team of 3 other editors, and I can't really disclose my current contracts, but you can infer how much I'm being paid. And on top of that, when I posted this trial edit on my Twitter, it got 2,000 views in 6 hours. And that single post alone got me over 10 inbound leads, all of them wanting to work with me, offering me over $400 per edit. So now I have a client abundance. But again, I want to iterate the importance of raising your prices, because I didn't start out making this much, and it was only because I had the confidence to ask for more money that I'm now making this much. So if you know that you're a good editor, don't be scared to ask for more money, because again, if you're good, they will say yes, because they need you. The creator economy is in a shortage of good editors, so creators will pay you way over the odds to keep you. So that takes us to today, making a full-time income just from editing videos in my bedroom. And if you want to do the same, all you have to do is follow the steps. Get good at editing, work for free, build a portfolio of free work, use cold emails and Twitter to get paid clients, and finally, raise your prices as high as you want. It's simple, but not easy. It will take you a lot of time and patience. But if you stick to it, I promise you that you'll get there. Now that you know the exact steps that you need to take to become a full-time video editor, you need to learn the highest paying editing style. And that's exactly what I teach you in this video up here.